Over the last few weeks, this game has been taking over social media as the greatest fighting game to release this year. It's called Only Up, and its objective is to, well, go up. Simple enough, right? Here's the catch. There's no saves, no checkpoints, and if you fall off or make one small little mistake, you might end up like me throughout this entire intro, just falling and losing hours of progress.
I have been falling for 30 minutes!
So to point out the obvious, there's only one achievement for this game. And yes, I did say achievement because this isn't available on consoles at the moment. It's a Steam exclusive. Now that one achievement is actually for getting to the top and beating the game, which has only been done by 6% of the players who own the game. A lot of my friends have been trying to get me on this game to do a stream for it, and I figured since it's a trendy topic right now, we'd go ahead and try it out here on the Completionist channel. So although this is something a little bit different than our usual videos, I hope you guys do enjoy. So the game starts with you taking control of a teenager named Jackie. You're greeted with the message that says "Only Up" with an arrow pointing to the sky, and a text-to-speech narrator that says this:
"Oh, don't look up."
So naturally, I look up and see the hell above me. This didn't crush my spirits though. With my confidence high, I grab an astronaut helmet because I know I'm going to space. We begin our climb on the rooftops of our home in the slums and eventually come across the pipes. Now, obviously, with this being in the beginning, it's not too challenging. It's more so just there to introduce you to the mechanics of the game and showcase the fact that there's multiple different routes to progress in the game. We breeze by pretty easily and eventually come across our first bed, and these are going to be scattered across the map, some in hidden locations, some in plain sight. These act as jump pads across the map, and you can use them to skip anywhere between 30 seconds to like 10 minutes of climbing. And learning the spots and jumps for these is going to save us so much time later on. We continue to make our way up the subway and eventually come across a minecart. We take a relaxing scenic ride and enjoy the map and game while we can, because it's not too long after that we come across the oil rig and our first real opportunity to fall and lose progress. So what do we have underneath us? The train station? I'm walking. Oh no. I just don't want to hit my head on this jump and then fall. You know, we live and we learn. So we make it to the factory, immediately fall off, come back, realize our mistake, take a different route, run up the conveyor belt into the desert where our boys Jesse and Walt are cooking. We take a leap of fate and end up in the New York's Eat Fresh. And running out the tubes, we see a very familiar house on its way up. But since Carl Fredrickson isn't taking any visitors today, I decide to hop on an Amazon delivery drone. And this is where my trust issues for transportation in the game start. Wait, why is this taking me down? Should I have jumped there? I don't know where it's taking me. I probably just freaked out. I probably just freaked out early. It was probably gonna take me somewhere important. I'm sorry, I panicked. And of course, my stream chat decides to exploit this fear later on in the run. Our second time around, I decide to dive off and go to a moving platform. It moves us over to some crates where we eventually make our way up to a windmill, which I realize is a pretty threatening jump, so I want to be careful about it. And by tiptoeing around this, trying to be extra careful, I accidentally knock myself off. This ended up being a really good thing because at the bottom of the windmill, we discovered a new bed skip. I got nowhere near max value my first time using this, but don't worry, I come back plenty more. Okay, here we go, windmill jump part 2, and this time around, I have a completely different strategy. So I was just thinking maybe it's going to force my momentum to the right, but if I just don't use my brain. Okay, so we probably need to use our brain on that part. In the finale of the Windmill trilogy, we finally make the jump and move on to the bridge. We sprint down the freeway for a while and then come across what I can only assume is the sun reflecting off of Dr. Phil's head. And just like The Weeknd once said, "Ooh, I'm blinded by the lights." That brings us to the second phase of the highway where I feel completely safe. So I decided to put a bookmark in my recording to let me know to talk about this moment. And as I'm turning back to my game monitor, I see this happen right in front of my eyes. So now I know the ground could potentially fall out from underneath you. Obviously, now that I'm aware of that, it's not going to happen to me later on in this run. Oh my god, no, that's... Anyway, we jump from vehicle to vehicle and eventually make our way to the next location. And after a Ferris wheel joyride, I come across an office building, and I'm pretty sure this is a picture of zombie Dwight Schrute. As I leave the office, I see a bed floating nearby, and since I'm still riding the high of our last bed skip, I decide to full send this one. All right, we're not thinking about it, we're just doing it. As you can see, this one didn't work out as well. After 10 minutes of climbing up, you can say I'm a super determined person or just too stupid to learn my lesson because I tried the bed jump again, but this time we landed exactly where we needed to. And as always, this elevator ride is brought to you all by Glitch Energy. You can use code NOAH to get 20% off, link in the description. With the money I just got from that shameless plug, we jump from stack to stack where we make it to the tower and have one final climb to the elevator that takes us to the winner's podium, and we've officially beat the game on baby mode difficulty. I take my pity crown and we fly out of Earth's atmosphere. Ascending to the gates of heaven, we have a spiritual awakening and traverse our way to the Great Hall of Hogwarts. We're now at the Armillary Sphere, and this is where our next big threat is, because not only do you need to hit a moving jump in order to get to the objects in the middle, but you also need to dodge the rings that are spinning inside. At least so I thought. Surprisingly enough, we do this first try and I accidentally climb up to find one of the biggest skips in the game. We do a couple of trial jumps on the bed just to see what type of height we can get from it, and still not being exactly sure where this bed is supposed to take me, I do see a globe off in the distance, so I decided to take a leap of faith, not knowing if I could make it or even what lies ahead. And it pays off big time because we nail the landing and the path forward renders in. We jump through the most random assortment of objects and find a ship in a bottle. And remember back to that Amazon drone early on that I said created trust issues for me in moving objects? Well, as I was getting to this point, my chat kept saying, haha, you're gonna fail, you're going to fall, and just sort of taunting me that there's a 100% chance I'm gonna fall because they know something that I don't. So with the combination of that, my paranoia, and the ship's path just not really making sense, this happens. Take the ship, good for the video. I have a feeling the ship is gonna crash. I don't trust it now. Hold on. Wait. Please take me some. Hold on. I'm panicking. Dude said it's good for the video, and you know what's good for content is when things go wrong. Oh no. You're so close to the land, dude. Jump on the water. Okay. Yeah! I'm never trusting anybody in the chat again!
Answer any one question you have, and he will grant you one wish.
No! That was my editor that said that! Dude! He said jump on the water! And I just said, okay. Find a new job. Find someone else said it for.
We do a little trolling. It's called we do a little trolling.
You're done. Oh, take the ship moving for the content. I trusted you.
My brother.
Sumine.
I was like, there's no way you can walk on water. But then I didn't see any other option, so I just stayed on the boat because I was paranoid that thing was gonna crash. And of course, this caused a snowball effect. I fall even further, which I still blame him for. So I'd like to take this moment to let you all decide if my editor gets to keep his job or not. So if this video gets 2,000 likes in under a week, I'll keep him around. But if it gets anything else, he's done. W editor in the chat, man, is a great guy.
Hey, GG's, bro.
I love him. It takes us about 25 minutes to get back to the ship, and this time around, I'm the captain now, so if this thing goes under, I'm going with it. And guess what? It turns out it was safe after all. Anyway, I find a cannon, cosplay as a cannonball, launch myself up into some ice, and as the true Floridian that I am, I'm pretty scared of it initially, but I come around to trust it, and as soon as that happens, it breaks my heart and I fall. But luckily, this wasn't that bad of a fall, and we end up right back at the cannon. And at this point, I realized I could probably make it to the top part of the ice and skip over whatever obstacle they want me going through. And after a couple of attempts, we make it up, and this is where the fun happens. Oh, we got it. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was trying to do that whole time. I don't even know where I'm going now. Pop the cork on the wine bottle, shoot me flying. Oh wait, actual? I was trolling when I said that. Holy. Oh, this is good. This is good. And it turns out that wine bottle skip saved us at least 30 minutes of the run if we had played flawlessly. After some simple jumps, we take a moment to appreciate the most beautiful level in the game that I ended up skipping over and give our salutes to Dogecoin for making it to the moon. We cross over the Bridge of Death and make it into the Shadow Realm where I see Moby Dick. And it's not too long after I find myself voluntarily running into the mouth. I come out the other end, a brand new man, and after some basic parkour, I see the Bifrost. Thinking my journey through the whale had made me worthy of entering Asgard, I excitedly run down, and it's at this moment I find out Heimdall had other plans for me. Oh my god! No, that's what he meant by you will fail. Why can't I not fall in a... Why am I falling this way? Can I fall somewhere? I can't control the fall? Why am I falling like this? I can't control it. I can't control a single part of this fall. Oh my god, grab something. Anything! I was about 80% done with the game at that point, and after just one fall, I'm back to ground level 0. It took me roughly 3 hours of playing the game to get to that point, but determined to beat this game in one stream, I laugh it off and we go again. This time around, I've got experience under my belt, so I'm hitting every single jump and shortcut there is, and it only takes about an hour for us to get back to where we were. I sit for a second and contemplate whether or not to jump on the cheese or mousetrap. Realizing this is a test and the game is trying to troll me, we make the right call and continue on our path when we see a little Easter egg tribute to getting over it. Ascending up once again, I'm excited to see what lies ahead. I come across a maze, and before I can even do anything, I'm greeted by the endgame defender. Somehow I grab a hold of a ledge and I realize we've got to sprint by this part as fast as we can before the dragon comes back for another swoop. I safely get to the top of the building and see the route I need to take to get to the top of the beanstalk. As we're jumping through a random assortment of objects, we have to stay conscious of where the dragon is because at any moment it could swoop down and knock me off. After a few close calls, we make it to the top, and I don't even know how to describe where we're at now. We jump over the giant that Jack slayed and hit a couple more Bozu balls before landing on a YouTube plaque, which if you didn't know, you could help me get in real life by hitting that subscribe button. And with just a few more jumps between us and the end of this game, I do want to just take a second to say I really appreciate you guys. At the time of me recording this video, we've only uploaded 3 videos on this channel, and you guys have knocked out over 500,000 views in just 2 weeks. I knew the completionist and trophy scene was something that I wanted to get into, and I knew there was a lot of potential in making these videos, but I never knew this channel was going to explode in the way it did. So thank you all so much for making this channel such a fun time to make content for. With that being said, we make one last sprint to the finish line where we ascend up and make it to the end. Imagine falling here. Chat, congratulations, the finish line is here. 256 minutes from our reset, we shall ascend. Only up winner, 1 of 1. We've joined the 6% of people who have ever completed this game. Thank you all so much for watching. I know this one was a little bit different, but I hope you all did enjoy.